Gentlemen, have you ever sat down, watched a blockbuster movie, and realized afterwards that what you've seen is shaping the way you view success and happiness? That's exactly what happened to me with The Pursuit of Happiness. At first viewing, tears were my response at the beauty of the struggle. Fast track years later, I re-watch it, and my perspective has taken a 180-degree turn. Let me paint this picture clearer for you. This cinematic experience presents us with a man engulfed in poverty, dealing with a whirlwind of adversity, all clinging onto the hope of being a stockbroker one day. Throughout the movie, we're subjected to scenes of worry, stress, anger, and negative outbursts. The underlying message appears to be the equating of happiness with a job title. And when our protagonist finally makes it, supposedly, he grabs hold of the ever-elusive happiness. But friends, there's a flaw in that narrative. Happiness isn't a chase. It's more intrinsic than that, akin to finding a birth certificate in your home. It's always been there, regardless of your abode's size or grandeur. Let me delve into personal archives to illustrate this. At the tender age of 7 or 8, my living situation was modest. To paint a clearer picture, imagine a refrigerator that's as empty as a deserted town. Food was a luxury that my grandmother's meager pension couldn't always afford. Capture this scenario. A bakery sits at the end of the street, tempting me daily with a pastry costing mere cents. Alas, sparing change wasn't my companion. Yet, here's where the plot thickens. There was a lemonade stand that offered a few cents for every bottle returned. A child's treasure hunt began daily at dawn as I scoured the streets for these glass gems. The jubilation upon finding a bottle was unmatched, the culmination of which was relishing that affordable delicacy. The happiness in those moments was as pure as it gets. Now, fast forward to the present year, where my palate has developed a taste for a well-cooked steak, the cost of which could easily host a feast back in those days. Yet there are moments when a slight error in its preparation wells up an unreasonable dissatisfaction in me. It's ludicrous when you think about it. Our experiences simply broaden with our means. You're either content with that economy pastry, awaiting the chance to bite into a luxurious steak, or you will find yourself in constant yearning, never truly savoring the moment. This brings me to an important principle: the distinguishing between the stimulus, the things we cannot influence, and our response, which is entirely in our control. Most surrender their responses to autopilot, allowing circumstances to dictate their emotions. But what if we chose differently? Envision shattering your new dinnerware. The common script demands frustration. However, there's a profound freedom in opting for calm, in finding gratitude in the chance to practice composure over trivial adversities. Every action, every response is a choice. Defamation directed at you can either be another's words to forget by sunset or a boundless echo in your mind. The decision lies with you. Growing up was a battlefield for all of us in my neighborhood, a breeding ground for addictions and blame games. Many of my childhood companions spiraled, citing the turmoil they witnessed. In contrast, I attribute my modest successes at the age of 22 to the same hardships. Those experiences carved a resilience and work ethic unmatched by those who have never tasted real scarcity. They served as the unconventional sculptors of my character, and for that, I'm grateful. Remember, gentlemen, you may not have the power to alter the stimulus, but the response? That's your empire to rule. Command it wisely. This conversation about stimulus and response, about choosing happiness regardless of materialistic gains or professional titles, segues perfectly into how you live your day-to-day life. Are you subscribing to the narrative that happiness comes post-achievement, after acquiring the latest tech, the flashy car, or the corner office? Or are you embracing every moment as it comes, finding joy in the simplicity of life's little victories? Now's the moment to ask yourself, how are you choosing to respond to life's everyday challenges? Are they shaping you into a being of resilience, teaching you to relish every morsel of life, be it a $100 steak or the small victories along the way? I challenge you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and ring the notification bell, not just as empty actions, but as choices that symbolize your commitment to engaging fully with life, to carving out your personal and financial success story with the astuteness of a lawyer preparing a key case or the foresight of a real estate mogul. Pursue personal finance wisdom, engage in software and digital marketing advancements, trade and invest with the vigilance of a hawk, and approach each decision, each moment of your life, as you would a strategic game of chess, prepared, composed, and always 3 steps ahead. If these words resonate with you, if they stir a newfound vigor to live a life designed by your choices and not your circumstances, then I invite you to embark on this journey of enlightenment. Prioritize learning, growth, and make decisions that align with that divine masculine energy that pushes us beyond mediocrity into realms of unsung victories, and never forget that it's not just about being a strong, successful male. It's about cultivating wisdom that echoes beyond the confines of conventional success. As we wrap up, I implore you to reflect on everything we've discussed today. What steps will you take to ensure that your responses to life's stimuli are in harmony with the happiness that's been waiting in your house this entire time? And if you found value in this dialogue, consider showing your gratitude in proportion to the insights gained. A link is there for you in the description. Stay resilient, gentlemen. Your pursuit of happiness is not a chase. It's a realization awaiting your recognition. Imagine this: a world bursting at the seams with unlimited potential, where the chains of rigid career paths have been shattered. You're no longer bound to walk the same road as generations before you. Success no longer discriminates against your background, it salutes your drive, talent, and ambition. But to grasp that golden ticket to the top, you've got to be the master of your own vocational destiny. Stay tuned, and I'll unveil insights that will transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. In an era marked by rapid change and overwhelming possibilities, managing oneself has become more than just a recommendation, it's a necessity. You're the director of your career trajectory, no one else. To stay ahead of the game, it's crucial to remain engaged and productive on your own accord. Peter Drucker, a visionary in the business world, crafted a blueprint for sculpting your place in this dynamic landscape and for recognizing when it's time to chart a new path. So, what's at the core of this self-management? Strengths. You need to have a crystal clear understanding of your core competencies, because real performance is built on the bedrock of your strengths, not your weaknesses. To pinpoint these, engage in feedback analysis. Document your expectations for key decisions and actions, and, after some months, weigh them against the actual outcomes. This feedback will serve as the foundation for an actionable plan. Play to your strengths and you'll see remarkable results. But let's address the pitfalls: intellectual arrogance and bad habits. They're the silent success killers. Honing your strengths is a must, but so is acquiring necessary skills and eliminating any detrimental habits. What you might perceive as a weakness might simply be a bad habit in disguise. Take browsing the internet aimlessly. Cut it out, and you could abolish that so-called weakness. Now, let's talk about how you perform. Drucker categorizes people into 2: readers and listeners. Reflect on historical figures like John F. Kennedy, a voracious reader who thrived on well-crafted written briefs, and contrast him with Franklin D. Roosevelt, who favored the spontaneity of unscripted discussions. It's essential to recognize your learning style, be it through reading, writing, hands-on experience, listening, or speaking. Embrace the method that works for you. Value alignment is next on the agenda. Drucker's mirror test is a profound exercise. When you look at your reflection each morning, ask yourself whether the person staring back aligns with your ethical compass. Your personal values should resonate with your workplace's ethos to avoid dissonance and discontent. But where, exactly, do you belong in this vast professional landscape? While prodigies like mathematicians and musicians might have innate callings, many of us take time to find our calling, often not crystallizing until after our mid-20s. Your journey to success doesn't follow a prescribed roadmap. It unfolds as you acquaint yourself with your strengths, preferred approach to work, and values. Pinpointing where you belong can catapult even the most ordinary individual to extraordinary heights of performance. Now, I encourage you to ponder what you should contribute. As a knowledge worker, you're faced with key questions. What does the current situation demand? What can I, with my unique strengths and values, contribute? What outcomes are essential to carve out a difference? Long-term planning is often a shot in the dark in these times. Hence, an 18-month plan is your best bet. It's tangible, challenging yet achievable, and leads to discernible results. I want to touch upon something pivotal: the responsibility for relationships. The modern workplace isn't a secluded island, it's a bustling metropolis of interactions. Effective collaboration relies immensely on understanding and adapting to how others perform, fostering a culture of trust that's the cornerstone of any thriving organization. And remember, managing oneself in this era isn't just unprecedented. It commands a radical shift in mindset. It's about embracing the role of a chief executive officer of your own professional life. I'm curious, what actions from this revelation will you integrate into your life? Your mastery of self-direction is not just pivotal. It's your passport to creating a legacy that defies the ordinary. To all my conscious viewers out there looking to navigate the modern complexities of career wisdom with the precision of a seasoned CEO, I say this: if you're ready to command your future with the same prowess as the strongest male hero ever, make sure to subscribe, hit like, and ring that notification bell. By doing so, you're not just tuning in for content, you're setting the stage for your remarkable transformation. And before we sign off, if this roadmap to managing oneself has offered you considerable value and you find yourself eager to delve deeper, perhaps consider leaving a tip in proportion to the enlightenment you've received. Every bit of appreciation fuels us to bring you more life-altering wisdom. The link awaits in the description. Until next time, keep forging your path with confidence and let your actions reflect the very essence of the divine masculine. Here's to your success.